Hi everyone, this is Kat Khan from Bay County Public Library, and we're doing our December program. It's Christmas! So I'm going to show you how to fold a couple of different Christmas ornaments from Origami. And one of them can actually be used to make a larger wall or window decoration as well. So we're going to be folding little 5-pointed stars that have kind of that 3D effect. And this can be made with even gift wrap paper. The foil paper with the paper backing is really good for something like this, okay? And we're also going to be folding a little wreath ornament that uses 8 pieces. So this one is a little bit time consuming, but it's a lot of fun, and you can use contrasting colors and prints. I happen to have some gold print gift wrap and some green paper, but you can use different kinds of things as well. And any kind of, if you've got curling ribbon or crewel embroidery floss or crochet thread, any of those things would be great to use to hang your ornaments. Okay, so for the star, you need to start with a hexagonal shape. Now, there is a way that you could fold it, but then to make the creases for this ornament, that would be confusing. So you can just search online for free printable templates for the hexagon shape, and I like to glue mine onto a piece of cardstock so it can hold up. And make sure you have a piece of paper that's big enough for it, and you're just going to trace your shape just with a regular pencil. Make sure that you're holding your template in place and it isn't moving all over. All right, so once you have traced your shape, then you would just need to take a pair of scissors and cut it out. And then you'll get a shape like this. You're going to be putting it with the print side down. Now there's going to be a lot of repetitious folding in this one because you have 5 sides, okay? And you need to really have those creases in there, so you have to make sure that you're doing nice sharp creases. So you're going to fold one edge to along another edge. You're basically folding it in half, but like this, okay? And again, make that crease nice and sharp. Then you're just going to turn it and do the next edge over. Then open it up again. You're starting to see those creases, right? And just keep going till you do all 5. There's a real point to these creases because once you pre-crease everything, the shape almost folds into itself. All right, we have one last one to do. So you'll see that we have creases to every corner and halfway through each side. Okay. Now, we're going to take that, and basically when you're doing it, you want to have one of the horizontal edges in front of you, facing closest to you, and you're going to fold it up, and you're going to make the corner meet up with the diagonal creases just like this. And again, you're going to do this 5 times. So there's number 2. Number 3, we're going for number 4. Like that. And one more time. So you're going, when you open it back up, you're going to see just a whole network of creases on here. Now, we are going to fold this one crease in, and you're going to lift this corner that's closest to you, lift it up, fold it back like this on the other edge crease. It's going to form kind of a little triangle, and you're going to press that down so that the point sticks out like this. Then you have to open it up again. And just turn it a little bit, so now you've got this little narrow triangular crease here. Now you're going to work on this edge. So again, you're going to do each edge. So you fold it in along that one crease that you did, bring up the corner, and flatten down along your other edge. I'm just sort of reinforcing that little crease over there so that it folds over easily. And then you're going to open it back up again. And do this one. And you do all 5. There's, like I said, a lot of repetition on this one, but it does pay off when you're ready to put it all together. So you're going to have all these crazy creases, and you're going to start just fold in along those creases. You can see that little center pentagon there. You're kind of going to just fold these in, and if your creases are nice and sharp, look how it just sort of magically folds in. So now you're going to have this shape, and you'll see that the center part, the white, forms a little pentagon. Okay. Now you're going to turn it over, and on this side you're going to take each of these folded edges where the point is, and you're going to fold it along the center crease. You're basically folding it in half to form a narrower point like this. And again, you're going to do all 5 points. And once you fold that first one, you're folding, basically you're just folding this edge into the center of this shape here. And you're going to be forming another little pentagon shape inside the center. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4. The last one is a little bit tricky because you're going to have to kind of tuck it in to the first fold. So when you fold this over, you're going to kind of slightly lift this edge here so that you can get your paper folded into that shape like so. And there is your star. Now, like I said, on the back side, you have that little pentagon shape. If you're using paper that has like gift wrap paper that might have like the little guidelines on the back and you really don't want them to show, that's when you can just take a nice sharp pair of scissors, and there are little center creases on each of these triangles here. So you're just going to snip right along those creases, and then you're just going to fold back under like so, and it hides that paper, and you just do for each of the 5. And it's already creased there, so it just automatically folds back along those creases. Again, you're doing everything 5 times. But when you're done, your star will be a beautiful ornament that you can show off front and back. Like that. You can either hang them on the tree, or you can make a basket full of stars just to have on the table to decorate. So that is our origami 5-pointed star ornament. Now the other one, like I said, is our little wreath. As you can see, it kind of comes apart. I would recommend, if you don't want to let this come apart, is once you're finished, if you get like a toothpick and some white glue, it could be Elmer's, it could be craft glue, just sort of kind of go in, use a pencil or the closed scissors to kind of lift up in there, and then get your little toothpick with glue and insert it and stick it in, and it will help glue those down. But to fold this, like I said, we need 8 pieces of paper. You can do all the same paper, or you can contrast the way I did. And what I like to do is get a foil type gift wrap and then a plain paper. And these folds are pretty easy. You're just going to take your square, color face down, you're going to fold it in half into a rectangle. Again, nice sharp creases. Open this up, and you're going to fold each of these edges, top and bottom edges, to meet at that center crease. So it'll look like this. Now you're going to fold it in half along that crease with the folded edges inside. So you're going to end up with this long rectangle piece. You're going to fold this in half this way. Then when you open it up, you're going to fold the open edges you're going to fold this down so that the end here is going to meet the closed folded edge. Very, very important, because I folded some incorrectly and had to refold them in order to fit the whole thing together. So there is a reason for this. So make sure that you're always folding the end to meet along the closed folded edge. And that is it for this shape. We just need to do 8 of them. So let's see how fast I can go. So we're folding our top and bottom edges into the center crease that I made by folding it in half into a rectangle. And you're folding it in half this way, then folding this shape in half, and making sure that you're folding your ends to meet along the folded edge. Like I said, you can do these in different sizes. This is 4-inch square paper that I'm working with to make the ornament. I have the big one that I did out of 11-inch square paper. So you can do them in different sizes. The main thing is to make sure that you have them all the same size and that you have 8 of them. Okay, so folding that, and now in half. The one thing I will tell you about the foil gift wrap is that it's a little bit harder sometimes to get those creases in. So when I was folding these larger pieces, as I folded each one, I put them underneath a heavy book to try to keep them flat. And that helped a little bit. You could almost have ornament making party with your friends, family. And if you pre-cut a bunch of the squares in the different papers, everyone can sit around and make their own. And like I said, old gift wrap is good for this one. Any kind of plain colored paper. It could be origami paper, it could be regular copy paper in different colors. I tend to save a lot of the gift wrap. Sometimes I buy gift wrap just to use for crafts instead of wrapping presents. For the glues that I use, I really do recommend a good craft glue. The tacky glue is thicker. It doesn't take as long to set as something like Elmer's glue or the school glues that you buy. Those are really liquidy, and I mean they work well, they're good glues, but they take a longer time to set. And if you have the foil pieces, they are kind of slippery. I just prefer to use a good tacky glue to make my life a little bit easier when I'm doing these. And you can buy those. You don't have to go to a special craft store to buy tacky glue, which is great. You can go to Target, you can go to Walmart, they have them. As well as places like Joann's Fabrics and Hobby Lobby and other stores too. So doesn't cost a whole lot to buy good bottle glue, and it'll last you for quite a few crafts. Now to start fitting them together. You're going to be fitting these pointed ends into this side. And you'll just fit them right in between the folds. Let's see if I got this correct now. And you're just going to kind of hold them together and keep fitting so that these points along this edge will go into here. So you can see it's kind of at a little bit of an angle. When you're doing the larger ones, it started to get a little bit hard to hold everything together, so you have to be careful with that. Okay. Even after making so many of these, I still sometimes put them in the wrong way. So it's a good thing you can just pull it right out and turn it over and do it again. Okay, last couple pieces. As we start to get towards the end, you might have to kind of be careful how you're holding things. Make sure that your whole shape doesn't completely fall apart on you, as it did to me last night. And if you're having problems seeing the folds in between, like I am right now, you can kind of fiddle them open a little bit with your fingernails just to make a little wider space so that you can fit the points in. And sometimes it's a matter of making your creases just a little bit sharper. And there we go. Whew. Last one. Alrighty, and then for that last one, you're going to fit the first one into the pockets on the last one. There we go. And then you just kind of gently push them together until they hold, and that is your little wreath shape. And as I said, you can just take old curling ribbon or some nice thick thread, like the crewel embroidery thread that I like, and just kind of loop it over, tie a little knot here to hold it down, and then tie another knot at the top edges so that you can then hang that on your tree. And remember, a little bit of craft glue, and for this size, some little toothpicks to kind of slide that glue into those areas. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit to hold it in. And like I said, this is made with 11-inch square paper. So this could be something, again, old Christmas wrap ribbon. And you can just either put it up in a window, or you can have it hanging on your wall. Makes a nice, colorful little Christmas decoration that you can put up in your house if you wish. So you can have ornaments on your trees. You can put them on presents that you're giving away to family or friends. The same with the stars. They're great. You could just, instead of a bow, tape on a star to your package that you're giving away. So there's fun things you can do, not just for ornaments, but anything that you want to do for Christmas. Have fun.